Let's go. Pretty cool. Oh, really?
Well, Bonnie and Clyde stayed out right there in that room right there when they was running from the law before they got killed.
I'll be darned, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we was in there one day when they was doing a TV show from Dallas. Come up here and done an interview that lady that owned it. They was interviewing them about Bonnie and Clyde staying in that hotel when they, when they was on the run. They was robbing them banks in Oklahoma, and then they'd come here, stay here at night, I guess, whatever. But,
wow, that's pretty cool.
They did a little show on it. And it's all petrified wood, this whole place.
Yeah.
Those people that bought it and built it. But in 1945, they was allowed 3 gallons of gas per week.
Wow.
That's all they was allowed.
Not very much.
Not much.
Huh.
But it's 15 cents a gallon.
15 cents a gallon, yeah, you could afford it.
Yeah, no doubt. Not sure how this tarp is going to work out. My guy lines on the tarp were not long enough for me to use my trekking poles, so I ended up having that extra cordage, not very long piece. So I was able to use that one to get one of the trekking poles on, and this back corner on the ground, so it does protrude here on the tarp. But when I get in it, the hammock, it'll flatten out, and I'm kind of worried about the foot box. So best thing to do is just get in and try it out. Hey, welcome to Life with Colonel Lee. I am Colonel Lee. Guess where we are at? you guessed wrong. It's a place I hardly ever go. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is a place I come to a lot. LBJ National Grasslands, Black Creek Lake. So I got the lake behind me here. And I got a little bit of campfire going here. Somewhere there. And the sun is about maybe 30, 40 more minutes is going to set. And it's right in my face through the trees. Oh, the thing wants to follow me. Okay. So we do have the... Man, I'm having a hard time with this. Okay. So this is a solo kayak packing slash backpack adventure. So we are in the Amok hammock. And the tarp I brought is the Kelty upslope tarp. And it's not quite working out. The doesn't quite cover the foot box, so my feet will be exposed, but we're not due for any moisture tonight. We've had rain the last 2 days. We get a break today and tomorrow, and then it's back to rain the next 5 or 6 days after that. So it is relatively cool, even though it looks like I'm going to be sweating. I've been working a lot around the campsite here, so I worked up a sweat. But it's currently about 70 degrees, and it's supposed to get down to maybe 58, lower 60s tonight. So it's going to be some nice sleeping, camping weather. So since we did have a lot of rain out here, a lot of rain. We've had 4 to 6 inches in the last couple of days. So I went ahead and brought my own firewood. Pretty easy. I just got some small little logs there and just threw a couple Walmart sacks together. Threw 4 pieces and some wood pellets and a couple fire starters, and you saw the old Bigfoot bushcraft fire starters. Man, that stuff is cool. So that's what we got our fire started with. So yeah, I didn't think any of this wood would burn because it's probably so wet. And I wanted to have a fire tonight. I'm not going to be cooking on the fire. I just wanted it just because I wanted it. I like having a campfire. So, brought my own wood. So we're going to be trying out this old mills. So the old mills, I've had this once before on 3 days, 2 nights kayak trip on the Brazos River with my buddy Alan. Hey Alan, how's it going, buddy? We need to do another river trip pretty soon. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So I did a old mills. I can't remember what flavor I did, but this one here is vegetable beef stew. So you just add water and you drop the food pouch in. There's a heating element, and it comes with utensils, a napkin, and I think a salt and pepper packet. So anyway, that heating element, when it hits that water, it starts heating. And so it's saying 3 to 5 minutes. Add 3 to 5 ounces of any liquid. Any liquid. I think I'll stick with water. Oh, the mosquitoes are bad. I did spray down pretty good with some off on my way over here. I did bring a little small can of it. I don't think they're really biting. It's just my mind thinking they are, because I've seen so many of them out here. Man, there's hardly any wind. It's really beautiful this evening. That water is just like glass out there. We'll go down there in here in a minute and get a look at that. That is pretty nice. So anyway, so this is going to be the first time camping in the Amok hammock. Man, I'm really excited about that. This thing is super freaking cool. Now, I might be changing my statement in the morning, but as of today, my most comfortable sleeping setup has to be, and you know, I haven't even done a video on this cot yet. It's a nature hike, low profile, ultralight backpacker's cot. My wood fell over. Oh, let me fix my wood here. My firewood. My firewood, that is. Camera, I'm up here. Oh, camera. There you are. Okay, sorry about that. So what was I saying when my firewood fell over? So the nature hike, ultralight, backpacking, camping cot, blah, blah, blah. So it weighs under 5 pounds. Super easy, quick to set up. And you add a little air pad, just a self-inflating thermarest that's insulated. And just for insulation, not for comfort. And man, I tell you what, I sleep so good on that sleep system. That's why on short backpacking trips, here recently in the last few months, you've probably seen me with some heavy backpacking equipment. So my bag has been probably 30 to 40 pounds at times. And the reason I'm able to do that is because it's a short hike out here. I mean, the most is maybe 20-30 minute hike, and I'm to where I want to be backpacking out here, that is. And so with that, I'm able to go ahead and carry a little extra weight, which in turn gives me a lot of extra comfort. So I did not weigh this backpack, and but I bet you it's probably 10 or 15 pounds lighter than the cot tent setup versus Big Agnes sleeping pad and the Amok hammock and the tarp. So speaking of this tarp, I'm gonna have to try a different tarp. Since we're not getting any rain tonight, this tarp will work. But if we do have a chance of rain, I really don't want to bet on this tarp keeping me dry. I don't know, maybe if I turned it the other way around, so sideways here, maybe flip it that way, but then I have to find some trees that would coincide with me being able to do that. So I kind of have to find trees that are like in a plus. So if you drew a line from front tree, back tree, side tree, it'd make a cross or a plus, whatever you want to call it. That might work that way, but I didn't really have a whole lot of time. I had about an hour and a half to paddle over here, and then of course I already knew the spot I was going to set up at. And then just setting this up, it's pretty easy setup with this Amok. It's just I really don't want to spend $160 for their tarp when I have probably 4 or 5 tarps at home. I'm going to get one of those tarps to fit. One of them's bound to work. We're just going to have to get it at home sometime when it's not pouring down rain and not so windy. A decent day where we can try out these different tarps. And it's very peaceful out here. So back to the sleep system, I think I may end up saying this is going to be my new most comfortable sleep system setup. I'm kind of betting on it, actually. I've had it at home set up. You know, I've done the first look video of it, and if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link up here. So you can go and check that out. It kind of gives a more in-depth look, all the features that it has and stuff like that. But man, when I sat in it or laid down in it at home, man, it's like being on a cot on a air pad suspended in the air. So it's like the most three types of most comfortable ways that you can be camping. I don't know what the words are. It's like this one has it all. You know what's awesome about it is it lays flat. You can sit up in it like a chair and go down flat. I mean, just in a matter of seconds, transform this thing. And then when you're laying flat, if you're like me, I like my head elevated just a little bit. You can pull those head straps and raise your head until you're comfortable. Man, it's like having an adjustable bed, like my adjustable bed at home, my Thermarest, my Tempur-Pedic, not Thermarest. Yeah, I have a Thermarest bed. I have a Thermarest bed. I got too much camping on the mind. Tempur-Pedic bed with adjustable base or whatever. Anyway, we get all that and that. Every time I move this camera, it wants to follow my face here, so I have to remember that. See, it's following me. It's following me. I always feel like somebody's following me. Anyway. Alright, let's head down to the lake and pan off to the left where the sun is, pan off to the right where the sun's not, and just look how calm this lake is. And as I'm walking down here, heard a big old fish flopping a couple times out of the water. You see those clouds in the background. There's going to be quite a bit of that tonight, but we're not supposed to have any rain. Fingers crossed. There's my yak. Just in case you're interested, it is a perception sport, and it is a Rhythm 11. So it's 11 footer, has a completely sealed up dry well, pretty good size. See how it's sealed off there? You can put gear behind here. Put gear on the front. Very nice yak. Well, I didn't think this through very good. The slight breeze coming towards me, and that smoke is going right to where I'm going to be sleeping. At least it's have a nice campfire smell to it. Alright, let's see what we have inside the Amok. So we have a snug pack top quilt. That's good down to 30 degrees. That's going to be plenty warm tonight. 58 for the low. And we have a climate pillow, extra large. So this will be my first time camping with this pillow. And then we'll have a flashlight in there, and that's all we're going to have in there. So not too far from me is that shelter. Bushcraft shelter. They even have their water in there still. So it looks like they were trying to do some little fire starting. Got some string, wood, and they were trying to get it going there. Got a little tarp. Kind of cool. Got some little bird feathers to, I don't know, ward off evil spirits or something. Is that a bushcrafter thing? I don't know. Anyway, how about this new Trekology backpackers table? It's not real tall, but it gets things off the ground, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches, maybe 6 inches. And then the new Trekology backpackers chair. I've had one for about 3 years now, a yellow one, and I actually bought it used. Man, that thing's been really nice. What I like about the new version, it actually has little side pockets where my other one didn't. And this one here, you don't have to adjust the legs to get the maximum height, which was kind of cool, being able to select lower or higher heights. But me being 6 foot tall, I want it as high as it can be. And this one here, it's not selectable, the height selection. It's just one height, which is the longest, the highest, something like that. So anyway, I sit up as high as it can, and it's very, very comfortable. Pretty cool setup. I'm gonna see if I can get this fire going back again. So I do have a pocket bellows. Have you seen one of these little things? Let me see if I can get it out. My camera can't find me again. There we go. Whoops. Alright, so this is a pocket bellows. It goes down this short. It's got a little plastic tube that it stores in. And it goes out, oh, I don't know, it's about 15, 16 inches. Anyway, let's see if we can't get our... Where's it at? Where's my fire? There we go. See if we can't get this going a little better. Probably hard to see now, it's getting kind of dark out here. So this is the little storage for the pocket bellows. I forgot my camera mount for this camera for my tripod, so that's why I'm having difficulty. That's why I'm having difficulty. I had it in the passenger seat of my truck and I forgot it, and I didn't feel like paddling over and getting out of the kayak and walking back to the truck. So we had a little spoon, salt, pepper, and a little napkin. This is the food. This is the heating element. So we have to open oatmeal's bag and remove all contents. Tear open a heating element and place an oatmeal bag, insert food pouch, Add 3 to 5 ounces of any liquid to fill line, seal bag. Let steam heat for 3 to 5 minutes. Food pouch in there. I'm going to take the heating element out. Let's see. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to drop that in there. And there's supposed to be a fill line in here. Let's see, where is the... Oh, fill line right there. Okay, so we just have to look in there and kind of see. Alright. I don't know how much 3 to 5 ounces of water is going to be, but we'll try to figure it out. Let's see if we're at the fill line. I think a little bit more. I think that will work. Having a little difficult time because I forgot my headlamp. Alright, so let's seal it up and see what she does. Alright, so we're supposed to get steam coming out of that hole there. And it might be kind of hard to see with the light. Steaming pretty good. Took a few minutes for that heating element packet to activate. It says any liquid. I had brought some ice cold water in that Stanley cup there to the left in the white. It says ice cold water I poured in there. I had it in there for about 5 minutes. I sloshed it around a little bit finally and it started activating. And it took off. So let that go about another 3 or 4 minutes. Firefly. That was pretty cool seeing a firefly. Not sure I ever seen any out here before. It was just that one. Man, sure wish I'd have brought my headlamp. It's gonna be kind of hard to eat this thing and hold the light where you can see what's going on. We'll do the best we can. Let's try this pocket bellows again. It was pretty cool. I can stay sitting down in my chair and concentrate that air to the fire from here. Pretty cool. I think it works better when you do your eyes real big though. Let's try. About the same. You always see people do that when they blow really hard or something. They open their eyes real big. Okay. Alright, it's been 7 or 8 minutes, so let's go ahead and get this thing open. Ooh, that bag is hot. That bag is hot. Okay. That heating element, man, I don't know. I don't know what's in that sucker, but man, it really heats this sucker up. And it's not reusable, by the way, so once you use that heating element in this, you're done. Alright, let's try to do it with me holding the light. Ooh, lots of steam. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's boiling in there. You hear that? Man. Somehow I gotta stick my finger in there without burning with the steam and grab my food pouch. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So there's the food pouch. Should be nice and warm in there. So we just gotta tear it and eat it. No matter where you are or what you're doing, you deserve a great tasting, nutritious meal. From the great outdoors when you play to the spaces when you work, Old Mills delivers the most convenient, best tasting, self-heating, and fully cooked home-style meals. Old Mills award-winning meals we create to fuel your adventure and feed your appetite in just minutes. Using only 3 to 5 ounces of any liquid, our cutting-edge safe heating process needs only 3 to 5 minutes to make a hot meal. Old Mills are lightweight, flexible, waterproof, and fit in any size backpack or bag. That's great. That's great. Great. Now what the hell's the expiration date? Sure, it's got one. I know I read it on here before. Oh, important note. Do not consume water after heating. Store in a cool, dry place. Keep out of reach of children. Do not expose to open flame. Extreme hot steam meal pouch, risk of burning or injury. Do not use on an airplane. That's good to know. Do not consume heater. Huh. I don't know, I was kind of thinking about eating that heating element as dessert, but it says not to do that. I guess I won't. Well, I don't see a damn expiration date on here. Well, I did bring a spork. A Sea to Summit spork, but I think I'm going to try their little plastic spoon. I might put some pepper off in there too. Not the salt though. I don't care much for salt. One white plastic spoon. Alright. I don't know if there's even any pepper in this packet. Alright. Alright, we gotta we gotta tear this thing off. Well, smells good. Don't look like a whole lot in there. See, there's probably a half full. Now, this is going to be hard to hold this light and take a bite of this at the same time. I don't know how we're going to do this. You gotta stir it around here. Ah. But I think we're going to have to set it down. Kind of cool that the bottom of the pouch opens up so you can set it down on the ground. I should be setting it on my little table Anyway, here we got a nice big spoonful vegetable beef stew, old meals. Still steaming. Smells good. That is pretty good. That is actually pretty dang good. Alright, I'm going to finish this and then we might put the hammock in chair mode. I'd say watch the fire, but maybe we can get this fire going a little better. Tell you what, this is very comfortable in the sitting position. Man, it's very, very awesome. This is nice. Yeah, the fire's just about out. Ground's pretty wet. There's no wind. I'm just gonna let it burn out. Well, I think I'm going to get out, set this thing up for sleep mode. Well, I'm inside the Amok hammock. I got the tarp down, got the bug mesh on. I got this little, see if I didn't have this cord going over the ridge line and hooked in at the foot box, the bug mesh would hang down. That keeps it off your face. Very, very cool. It's kind of a tent-like feel here. We are all packed up and we're on the yak. Just a short paddle back to the truck. So I got to tell you that that Amok sleeping overnight was awesome. Yeah, that's definitely the most comfortable sleep camping setup so far. And close behind is going to be the cot setup. So I started off laying there on my back, just trying to doze off or whatever. And I noticed my knees started bothering me, kind of burning, and my hips. So I took the straps that go under your knees and I just cinched them down a couple of inches, and then that burning sensation in my knees and hips went away. So I made just a little adjustments like that, and I was really able to get real comfortable. No aches and pains. You know, it was just perfect. That's what's so cool about that hammock, is it's so adjustable. Boy, it is a pretty morning out here. A little humid, but it's pretty nice. It's been a great trip, really has. It's perfect weather, hardly any wind. It's been a very relaxing trip. Well, I hope you enjoyed this adventure, this yak packing adventure, as I like to call it. Well, thanks for watching. Remember, if you'd like to go on more adventures, just hit the subscribe button and the bell. That way you're notified of new videos coming out. Alright, everybody have a good day. Happy camping.